So you get to see your lovely fiance in just a couple of hours, right?
Around midnight my time. It's currently 4:45 p.m. So real soon, about 7 hours.
So you're glad we're recording right now because it like takes your
Oh
mind
God,
off of
yeah.
like looking at the clock every 30 seconds.
Bro, it was like Christmas. I got like maybe an hour of sleep last night.
I was never one of those kids that would get up and like run downstairs or whatever, or run into the living room for Christmas, because I never knew if Santa had been there or not.
Well,
You know what I
gave him
mean?
extra time.
So I would always wait until I heard someone moving. And then I would like look out and make sure that it was light outside. I saw something moving so that I would actually go out there. In my last relationship before Missa, my ex had a younger brother. And we would go over to her parents' house and the younger brother would be there, but refused to wake up on Christmas. Like absolutely just did not want to get out of bed, didn't really care. And so I remember going over one day for Christmas, and it was probably like 9:30 or 10 o'clock. And I went over and I just started tapping on the door. Just tap, 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 tap. And they're like, what? Just open the door already. Tap, 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 tap. Will you just open the door? I don't want to get up. Tap, 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 tap. They came to the door, opened it, all pissed off. What? I shot him with a Nerf gun and said, Merry Christmas. Handed him his own Nerf gun. And I'm pretty sure I created a core memory at that point. And so
That's always a good one.
The following year, I went to do the same thing, and I went to go tap, tap, tap. He stepped out of the bathroom and shot me in the back with a Nerf gun and said, Merry Christmas. And I'm just like, this is perfect. This is great. And so that became like the yearly tradition. Good dude. Speaking of good dudes.
Nerf shots.
John Cena.
Never seen him.
Right? What was it? John Cena, Harry Potter,
And Drax the Destroyer.
And Drax the Destroyer. You know, they're all sitting behind me right now, by the way. Harry's just under his cloak.
One of my favorite memes is like someone took a picture of like the forest. So it's like, look, a rare occurrence of John Cena, Drax the Destroyer, and Harry Potter just chilling together.
I love it.
So what's John Cena up to these days?
Guess he's going to be in a Apple TV movie about Matchbox. Like, are we talking the cars?
I believe so. I believe this is the Matchbox Cars movie.
Didn't Hot Wheels try putting out a movie years ago and it was horrendous?
I don't recall if Hot Wheels did it. I know they did like a game or something, like Hot Wheels Tracks or something like that. And that was terrible.
That was also bad. I'm looking this up right now. A live-action Hot Wheels movie is in development by Mattel and Warner Brothers.
Oh, boy. So Mattel is doing Hot Wheels and Matchbox?
Apparently. The director is going to be John M. Chu, who's the director from Crazy Rich Asians.
Mm-hmm. He's a good director.
While announced in 2022 and confirmed in 2025, an official release date has not been finalized, though it's often discussed for a late 2026 window. The film is described as a high-octane action movie that honors the legacy of the toys while creating an entirely new adventure.
The Matchbox synopsis, it's John Cena. He stars as some character named Sean. He's some undercover CIA agent. Former soldier. He was framed for something. So he's going to reunite with some of his old buddies to clear their names and save the world in a globetrotting pursuit. There's a picture for it already. And of course, you can make that you can't see him joke. It's just a picture of cars parked. If you actually look at some of the cars, like the cars don't kind of make sense to be together.
Is this going to be like John Cena as like an army man that's done all of this stuff? Or is this supposed to be like, could you imagine if this is just a live action Toy Story that they're just basing
so it's
around?
The Mattel's cinematic universe right now is what I'm hearing.
That's it.
Was Battleship Mattel as well?
I think that's Hasbro. Mattel makes toys. Hasbro makes board games.
Hasbro makes some toys.
Okay.
They got the G.I. Joes. They got the Transformers.
Okay. That was the way that I always got them like separated. That like Hasbro, Milton Bradley did board games and Mattel did. I mean, let's be honest. Mattel has probably two of the biggest toy IPs that have ever existed.
Barbie, Hot Wheels.
But yeah.
All I'm saying, Doc, is if the trailer is not two cars doing just that, I'm not watching it. That's all I'm saying.
I never wanted to crush my cars together. So I used to collect Hot Wheels. I had probably close to 10,000 of them in the package still. Like
A
I
lot of Hot Wheels.
really like went deep into collecting these things. I did it with my dad from probably like 1990 until about 2000 or 2001. And we would go out on weekends and we would go what we called Hot Wheel hunting. And we would go to Target and Kmart, or one place we loved going to was Fedco. Anyone
We had the Pick and Save, but I don't remember the Fedco very well.
No, Fedco was almost like a gigantic Walmart. We would go out to swap meets. We would go out to the Pomona Fairgrounds where they would have like the Winter Nationals for drag racing. They would have what was called the Hot Wheel Alley or Toy Row, but it was basically just straight Hot Wheels. And it was this long 1 or 2 rows of just Hot Wheel vendors. And what we would do is we would try to find a car that we didn't have in the collection. And then we would try to find that car again later on, but better. Whether it was in the package still, whether it was just in a better condition. But I never wanted to crash my cars together. So I would actually buy very specific cars that I already had to put on those tracks. To then crash and screw up.
I don't remember which one it was, if it was Hot Wheels or Matchbox, but there was ones where they had the fenders and the bumpers would
that was Hot Wheels.
Twist.
Yep.
And so those were meant for that. So you could crash them and they would break and such. I missed those. Then the crash dummy set toys where you would crash the cars and everything would go out.
So the Hot Wheel ones, they had the front bumper, I believe rear bumper, the door, and then the tops. The whole top, when you would hit it, it would then flipped over and it would show like this wrecked thing that was on the other side of the door. A lot of fun.
Yes. The Jurassic Park toys ripped that off.
Did they?
Yeah, because they had the battle damaged dinosaurs, so they would be on their leg, and if they push it, and it would flip over and be all cut open and such.
I remember the other ones where you could like pull off chunks that would like clip into place, and then, but I don't remember the rest of that stuff. But I guess it's starring John Cena and Jessica Biel. We all love us some Jessica Biel. She was,
I believe the show you are thinking of is Seventh Heaven.
Yes. There was like a big thing between who'd you like more, Jessica Biel or Jessica Alba?
That's a hard one.
All day, every day,
I love
Jessica Alba. And her in Sin City.
Yes.
That is just peak Jessica Alba. I don't think Jessica Biel ever stood a chance with Sin City Jessica Alba.
Wasn't Jessica Biel in like one of the Blade movies?
Yes. Which she did an amazing job in Blade Trinity. That also had, I believe, Ryan Reynolds.
And that's what kind of started the whole joke on like Wolverine and Deadpool. Wesley Snipes and him did not get along whatsoever. But Wesley Snipes was going through something during that movie because he even wanted to talk to the director during that movie. Well, they had to like CGI his eyes to open because he refused to open his eyes during filming.
Didn't he get like picked up for tax evasion or tax fraud?
Yeah.
And then, did you ever see the deleted scene from the first Blade movie?
The blood tornado demon vampire.
The thing that just looked like a huge thing of strawberry jam or whatever it was.
Oh, glad they did not go with that one.
You know, it might be okay if they were to do it now, but that was released in what, late 90s?
I think it was 99.
They did not have the CGI needed to do that. It was just not happening.
Such a good movie.
It's great. I went out and got Blade 1, 2, 3, and Trinity.
Well, Trinity is 3.
So the reason that I don't see Blade Trinity as being Blade 3 is that it wasn't, in my opinion. It was them going back to the graphic novel and going back to the original ideas that created Blade, like his original story about wanting to fight Dracula.
I've seen Blade Trinity once, and that was more than enough times for me.
So here's
when you
the funny
make a
thing,
movie and there's a scene where you put the blind woman in front of surveillance to watch over the facility, and I don't know if that was Blade 2 or 3.
It says Trinity.
Yeah, that was god-awful.
Oh, see, here's the thing. I love her as an actress.
As an actress, yes, but as a scene and a coherent scene where like, okay, we need you to make sure nobody comes in contact with our base. We need you to watch our base. Well, who are we going to volunteer to watch the base? The blind one. She could watch the cameras better than anyone.
Well,
Let's go.
In her defense, she would have kind of been useless anywhere other than the base. Like,
the little kid she was reading a book to would have been more useful at surveillance.
Okay, you're not wrong.
So if that's the case, then what's the point of all the TVs if it's just her there when everyone else is doing like the heavy lifting? There's no point. That means that literally those TVs were there for the audience to be like, uh-oh, Drake's here.
Wait, the blind girl, wasn't she the one from Orange is the New Black? Was that her?
Possibly. I am almost willing to rewatch this movie just to see who it is because I don't know. I saw it in theaters.
Oh my god.
It had Triple H in it. I remember that, and there was a Chihuahua vampire.
So she was in the American Pie series.
I don't think I've ever seen American Pie. I don't think
Seriously?
I've seen any of them. Yeah.
I hate Wikipedia for not having a dark mode. That's what I keep getting flashbanged by. She was in Scary Movie 2, American Pie, Orange is the New Black. Yep, that was her. Russian Doll, Poker Face.
I like Russian Doll. That was kind of a good one.
So she's the redhead in Russian Doll. Like she's the main girl.
Character.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the blind chick. I didn't know that was her. She was in Pee-wee's Playhouse from 1986 to 1990.
The show or the movie?
The show.
Lawrence Fishburne was in that one too.
New Girl. I guess she had a recurring role somewhere.
I didn't know that, but Prince was in that once. I liked Prince in that show. He was like
Wait,
the last thing he did.
When did Prince die?
It was like not. I mean, it was a while ago now, but
I guess Prince died almost 10 years ago.
yeah, it's been a while.
Do you know what else started up 10 years ago? Stardew Valley.
Really?
Yeah, so as of February 26th is Stardew Valley's 10-year anniversary. Do we call it anniversary or do we call it a birthday?
I'm on the side of like, it's a birthday. Today's Monster Hunter's birthday. Monster Hunter Wild is 1 year old today.
Oh. Well, congratulations, Monster Hunter Wilds. You made it. How old is the franchise at this point? 15? No, more.
Monster Hunter as a whole? Gosh, the first one I ever played was on the Wii.
Oh, it was before that. The first Monster Hunter was for PlayStation 2, released in 2004.
Ooh-wee.
22 years old. Damn. So yeah.
I know something that's a little bit older than that, though.
Hold on. Before you go into that, I know what you want to go into. I did want to bring up that the whole Stardew thing, apparently it's an achievement now. Well, not like an actual achievement, like a trophy achievement, but I guess it's an achievement to not play the game. A player slept for 1,000 years in Stardew Valley.
From what I understand, this guy rubber band his controller, so he'd always, like, every day he would move to the bed and then use, like, a turbo controller feature to just accept going to bed. And he did it for, like, 3 weeks straight. So he slept for 1,000 in-game years. Wakes up, and many of the random events that could happen occurred. So he got the owl statues, a bunch of mushroom trees grew. I think the only thing he didn't get was the strange alien device. Didn't pop up, and that's most likely because of all the mushroom trees that came up.
So he probably had a couple of meteors that were...
Yeah, he had a
the
bunch
other
of meteors
thing
and such.
I'm guessing that didn't happen, he probably didn't have any fairies come through. Because
I mean,
you have to have crops in order for the fairies to come through, right?
Fairies, but I think you also have to somewhat of the community center done. I don't know, I'm just waiting for the chocolate factory, man. I wanted that one, Haunted House Chocolate Factory.
The Haunted Chocolatier. I think we brought this up already, but he regrets telling everyone about it because people just keep bugging him about it now. And
He started it.
He did. And he regrets bringing it up so early, but he also wants to be transparent. Honestly, Baron's just a good guy. I don't think I've ever heard of any controversies with Concerned Ape. Concerned Ape, if you ever want to come on and talk to us, I would love to have you on here.
We won't bring up Chocolate Factory.
I'm not promising that. You were about to bring up another birthday.
Pokemon's 30th anniversary celebrations going on. Woo!
We have like actual days for these other ones. Is Pokemon going to be like that like basic white girl that's just like, this is my birthday month and just celebrate forever?
I think Pokemon's taking it the next level up and like, this is my birthday year, so celebrate us all year long.
Could you imagine if we did that just every year?
Bro, you're retired. You are totally celebrating every day as if it's your birthday year.
Okay, but I'm not out there saying, hey guys, congratulate me for 30 years. Congratulate me for 40 years.
Congratulate me for 41 years.
But yeah, they've got a bunch of cool things. I think we brought it up before where they're bringing back the Chubby Pikachu with that Twitter post that showed
God, yeah. Chubby Pika.
What is this Pokemon Day live streaming? Is that their actual 30th? Is February 27th?
That's just when they're going to do the stream. I don't think it's the actual 30th anniversary day, but they had a Super Bowl commercial. Pokemon Day is going to start streaming February 27th. It's similar to the PlayStation Live Access, the Nintendo Access shows or whatever. So they'll probably be going over new events. I believe there's a Pokemon themed park in Tokyo now.
There is. We actually talked about that one a little bit ago, and I just looked it up. February 27th is the original release date of Red and Green for Game Boy in Japan.
Oh, snap.
So that is their actual birthday. But yeah, Pokemon is just all over the place. Did you see the photos of the snow all over the Pokemon theme park in Tokyo?
It was adorable. You sent me the pictures personally, and I was amazed with it.
With Eevee covered in snow, and it honestly looked like they were out there playing in the snow.
It came out amazing.
I don't think it was ever an intention, but the photos were great. If you guys have not seen them, go and look at these photos. They're adorable. It was from a couple weeks ago. We haven't brought it up because honestly, we haven't really had Pokemon news. And today we are throwing all of it at you guys.
Well, they got a new game coming out, the Pokemon Pokopia.
Pokopia?
Is it Pokopia, I want to say? But Pokopia, because I love mispronouncing things.
We kept wanting to say Pokotopia or something. We kept wanting to put a T in there.
There's no T.
There's no T.
They got the T out.
But apparently it's going to be this open world adventure, blending like Minecraft, Animal Crossing, Dragon Quest. It looks like Pokemon is giving up on their lawsuits with, what was it, Pocket Pair? Pal
World or whatever.
And they're just like, fine, we'll just make our own.
Didn't Pal World turn around and be like, fine, we're going to make our own trading card game now?
You know, there was already a cease and desist on one of the Pokemon spoof card games.
What? I remember Nintendo flipped out on the trading card shop simulator when someone made a Pokemon mod. And I believe Nintendo sent them a cease and desist on that.
They were called Poke Derp.
Poke Derp? Was it like the same style as Garbage Pail Kids to Cabbage Patch Kids?
No. Like, you're going to have to look it up. There's two of them. There's Pokey Derp and then Pokenot. Pokenot. And both of them, oh my God, they're great. The Pokey Derps, phenomenal. I would love to have those. And then, so there was that one.
It's got a cease and desist?
So that one did. And then there's another one called Pokey Derp. And the Pokey Derp is great because it's literally just the Pokemon, but with different eyes.
I'm sorry, the Pokédot ones are my favorite.
Oh, the Pokédot are amazing.
The Charman looks amazing.
More
squishy.
The Wizard Zard.
These are so good.
Literally, we could do an entire episode of just this stuff, looking it up.
Lore Lounge.
We might do a Pokemon Lore Lounge because there are 1,700 Pokemon or something stupid. I haven't cared since
the 151, man.
I really like Sapphire for the DS, and it was nice. But yeah, the 151. Technically, 250 was the original Pokemon number, especially if you want to go off of the animated series, because in the very first episode, Oho is seen flying over Ash, and that is the legendary Pokemon from Silver, Gold, and Crystal.
Heart Silver?
No, those came
Silver?
so much long after. But no, the original games were just Silver, Gold, and Crystal. There was one that I played years ago. It was before X and Y. I think it was around Black and White time, the first one. It was called Pokemon Blood Diamond or something, emulator or something, that had every one of the Pokemon that you could catch in the wild. If you had the chance of catching one of the rare Pokemon, you could run into a level 55 Mew at the start of your game because they weren't going to pull punches on Mew or any of the other legendaries. Anyway, more of the Pokemon news. Do you remember that card store that got broken into in New York?
I feel like it was one of our first episodes together.
The dude that had the Pew Pew and the anime backpack? So,
yeah, I remember that one.
Pokemon, after hearing about that, I guess, reached out to the store.
Okay.
But not for support. They wanted them to change their logo and their name because this poor shop hadn't gone through enough already.
I'm picturing the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Nintendo is in the couch and the report comes up of that shop theft going on, and Nintendo gets up and does the point.
That.
Get my lawyers, call them. Change your name. Don't use our stuff.
It was me whistling, guys. Relax. I snapped and whistled, and all of a sudden Harley's like, ruff, ruff, ruff. I love you, puppy dog.
Walk time.
No.
But I totally picture that. And I don't throw it past them. Their
Oh,
cease and desist are crazy.
So I don't know if an actual cease and desist ever came up, but they reached out and said, change your stuff. All of the things I saw, I did not see an actual cease and desist letter or anything like that. I think it was literally just a reaching out and being like, you have the word poke with the little accent over the E, and the middle of your logo is a Pokeball. They've changed it now from the Poke Court to the Trainer Court. Okay. And the logo is now like a star instead. I will say I love how they took the whole thing in stride and just said that, like Pokemon, we're just evolving.
I like that.
Right?
I mean, are you really making it, though, in the world if Nintendo and Pokemon don't reach out to you and send you a cease and desist? I know you said they might not have.
Or you're doing something horribly wrong by being in the news for losing over $100,000 in Pokemon cards. So when we first broke that story on here, they only had stills. Like, they did not have the video of it. So the video has been released. This dude walks in a mask and a backpack with a hammer and just starts breaking all of the glass display cases while there's probably like 15 or 20 patrons in there. And then this one guy is just like waving around his thing, just telling people to like back up. And I hate people.
Good people can't have nice stuff.
More Pokemon news. Because like I said, we are giving you all of it today. Again, a couple episodes ago, we talked about Logan Paul selling his Pikachu. A couple
Pikachu
episodes.
Sounds delicious.
Okay. Total tangent. Have we ever actually talked about the fact that they are probably eating their pets and everything else in the Pokemon world?
What other animals are there to eat?
It's not just that, but like you're also chopping up things like Bellsprouts and, you know, Vileplumes and whatever else. So like Brock being this like, I love all Pokemon. Maybe that's why he only likes rock Pokemon, because no one eats them.
That's probably true. Well, no, a Magikarp would not be delicious because they have the really hard-shelled skin.
Yeah, but once you get through that...
If there's a knife out there that can do it.
Yeah, you get a Scyther to do it.
Scyther
would be the best sushi chef ever. Anyway, that's total tangent, but I could imagine Misty being...
Kabuto.
Kabutops would also be another good one. But I just imagine Misty being the horrible person that she is, loving sushi and sashimi. And whenever one of her Pokemons faints, instead of like taking it to a center, she just like, nope.
We're having sashimi tonight, boys.
And are there any Pokemon on the endangered species list other than the legendaries?
Bidoof.
I wouldn't want to eat raccoon, beaver, muskrat, whatever the hell he is anyway.
It's making me think, like, what if they made Demolition Man and instead of the rat burgers, it's a Rattata burger?
That's what I'm getting at.
Like, just incorporate Pokemon into real movies.
Oh my God, that'd be horrible. But anyway, Logan Paul finally sold his Pikachu Illustrator art card. Originally, he bought it for like 5.2, almost 5.3 million back in like 2021.
Okay.
The bidding started at 1.3 million. Do you know how much he sold it for? Without, I'm covering up your eyes.
I know it was a lot more than what he paid for. I don't remember the actual number.
16.59 million USD.
That's too much
for a piece of cardboard. Like, now don't get me wrong. It is a piece of cardboard in a piece of plastic that has a little 10 on it that has like a gold chain or whatever. And the gold chain is important, by the way, because being good to his word, I am going to butcher this name. AJ Scaramucci? Scaramucci?
I pronounced it Scaramucci. I don't know if that's correct. If we pronounce this AJ incorrect and you see it, really sorry.
Why did
Scaramucci
just remind me of that Queen song?
The Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah. I don't know why, but
Caramouche?
Scaramouche?
Scaramucci, maybe?
Anyway, but apparently he's a buyer and part of a venture capitalist firm at Solari Capital.
Okay. So he had the money.
I guess, yeah, they did. Logan Paul actually placed the card around his neck. Because I don't know if you remember or not, but Logan Paul said that he would hand deliver the card to the winning person.
I just think it's cool. He held his word. He delivered it personally. Posed for photos.
Now, it is the only PSA 10 to exist that we know of. Now, there is a chance that there are other cards out there that are ungraded, because it was a promotion that was given out to so many people.
Was it like 37 cards?
I don't know exactly how many cards were given out, and I don't know if all of them have been tracked at this point. As of now, it is the only one out there. Speaking of spending a lot of money on Pokemon, again, we have so much Pokemon news.
It's true.
Pokemon has announced their official Pokemon pinball tables. I didn't think that was a thing we needed.
There's an arcade near me where the upper level was all pinball machines.
Now, I love
was
myself
cool.
some pinball. Don't get me wrong. Like, I have a lot of fun playing pinball. One of the last cons that I went to, there was an entire section that they were holding like a tournament for pinball. Pretty cool, actually. I don't think you need to announce an official pinball thing. I don't know. Honestly, they're so freaking expensive.
How much is like, okay, yeah, so like the pro model is like what, almost 7,000?
Pro model is $6,999, so $7,000. The premium model, I don't even know the difference between these things at this point, but that goes for $9,699. And then their limited edition, which there's going to only be 750 units made, is $12,999. This is the same company that also released a John Wick pinball machine back in 2024 for $13,000.
I'm guessing that's the price for like their limited edition version of it as well.
Correct. There was 1,000 of them made, and the thing that made it so iconic is that it actually includes a small like swatch of the clothing used in the John Wick movies.
Nice.
It even tells you like what movie and what wardrobe it came from in like this little like plaque sitting down towards the bottom of the, I guess it's called the apron. It's just below the flippers where you have like the design normally.
Okay.
It's like just to the side of where you like, you know, fire the ball off. In any case, I took a look at them. The pinball machines are absolutely gorgeous.
The LED lights, the things you can do. They even have the blood oath token that opens up and everything. It looks fun.
They also had some people that recorded movie lines or recorded lines for the pinball machine.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I know that I went a bunch into John Wick, but that's because I don't know how I feel about this, but Saber Interactive has a new John Wick game coming out.
The trailer that they showed at the PlayStation show, it looked more like just a cinematic. I don't even know if any of it was gameplay. I would love to play an actual action John Wick game. They did release one. It was a tactical game. It was interesting. I just didn't feel very John Wicky in it. They did get Keanu Reeves to voice Mr. Wick in this game, which I think is phenomenal. My concern, so Saber Interactive, they do have some good stuff, but they're mainly known for doing ports to like Nintendo Switch games. So they did like the Kingdom Come Deliverance Switch port. They did like the Witcher 3 Switch port. They were working on the Knights of the Old Republic remake, which nobody's heard anything about. They did the Tomb Raider remasters. They did the Halo Anniversary editions. Games they've actually published. They did the asymmetrical multiplayer Evil Dead game, where it's like the good guys versus the bad guys. They did the World War Z horde shooter game.
I have that World War Z game. I got it for free off of Epic at one point. It's not bad.
I have it too. It's not terrible. It's fun.
To me, it feels like an updated but a worse version of Left 4 Dead 2.
I see that.
Oh, also, I had to bring this up because I remembered it, and I had to like go and look up this whole thing. There's a game that is supposed to be coming out called My Little Puppy. It's a game for PC Steam where you are a corgi in dog heaven, and you have a special cameo by John Wick as a guardian angel.
I like that.
It's
I almost thought it was going to be like a All Dogs Go to Heaven reference.
No, you shut your whore mouth right now. That movie, that movie.
I'm going to go on record, and I was raised on All Dogs Go to Heaven.
So was I.
Troll in Central Park.
And Charlie was a good boy and did not deserve that.
Oh, he didn't.
Oh, we're not getting into that. Oh, God, I love puppies. Anyway, I don't have high expectations for this new John Wick game. I think I'd rather play the puppy game than this. Because it to me just seems like it's going to be another Hitman or Max Payne. I don't know how you can really theme another assassin-based game with a dude in a black suit that goes out and, you know what I mean?
But this one has hair.
Okay, fair.
Could
Wait,
you do any driving in the Hitman games?
I believe so.
I've never played a Hitman game, so I'm not familiar. I've seen the terrible movies they made. But
I don't know. It's never my genre. I don't like third-person shooters to begin with. I've always thought that the third-person aspect of it in a shooter is just one. The aim is always weird because in the third person, you're behind a wall, you can see things, but your weapon, like your shoulder's showing at that point, but your weapon, you're still looking at a wall.
I want to be excited for it. I'm just not. But time will tell. I mean, it could be a great game. Thank God we live in the world where other people will get a copy for free or buy it and they'll stream it and we can make our judgment calls from that if it looks fun.
Okay, so Keanu Reeves was also in Cyberpunk, right?
Yeah. He was a big selling point for the Cyberpunk games.
So as far as I know, Keanu Reeves has been now in 3 games. He was in Enter the Matrix. Did he voice Neo in that one?
Cyberpunk? He did. He voiced the likeness and voice for Enter the Matrix, but not Path of Neo. Just clips were used from the movie for that one, and it was a different voice actor.
Okay. And then there was Cyberpunk.
Yes.
And now this.
John Wick.
So he has one horrible flop, one game that released horribly and then just got better as time went on. I feel that he's one of those people that every movie and everything he touches is gold. I don't know if it's going to be the same thing about games.
And if it's not gold now, it becomes gold later. I remember everybody hating on Constantine, and now everyone's like raving for a sequel.
Constantine was weird, and I think it's not necessarily him. It was just a really awkward idea across the board.
So the character Constantine, he's British. He's blonde. And I didn't think it was a terrible movie, but they've already done some really good adaptations of John Constantine. There was a TV show. Sadly, it got canceled, but it was done so good that any animation they do of John, they get the same dude to do the voice of him because he just does it so well.
Go ahead. Huh? Go ahead. I'm just looking something up.
There's rumor that they're going to make John Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves. We'll see. They've been saying that for many, many, many years.
I just wanted to look this up. Keanu Reeves has played a character named John, Johnny, or Jonathan at least 7 to 9 times through his career.
There's Johnny Mnemonic.
So there is Johnny Utah from Point Break, Jonathan Harker from Bram Stoker's Dracula, Don John, Much Ado About Nothing, Johnny Mnemonic from Johnny Mnemonic, John Constantine from Constantine, John Wall from Generation John Wick from the John Wick franchise, and Johnny Silverhand from Cyberpunk. That's the thing that made me want to look it up, is that there was John Wick, there was John Constantine as soon as you brought him up, and I knew Johnny Silverhand.
And I totally forgot about Johnny Mnemonic or whatever it was called. That movie was interesting. It's the future. There are people that have implants, so their brain acts as a hard drive. So they do espionage and they steal data with their brains. So they'll insert it into the computer.
Are you talking about that new Simu Liu movie?
This is an old film.
So I always forget his actual name. I listen to way too much David So. And was it Joe Jitakawa? I think that's how you pronounce his name. I listen to them all the time. And David So always calls, I think it's Simu Liu. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He was the older brother in Kim's Convenience.
I love the grandpa or the dad in that show. I don't know if he's the dad or grandpa, but I freaking love that actor.
He's the dad. It's Mr. Kim. Appa. Yeah, awesome dude. Simu Liu. So David So does not like this dude at all whatsoever. Thinks he's like pretentious and just does not like him, and continuously calls him Simu Liu. And
that's messed up.
At any time I talk about him, because his name is Simu, Simu, I instantly think of David So and say Simu Liu.
Speaking of rumors. Yeah, because we were talking about Constantine 2 as a rumor.
Ah, yes.
Rumor has it that LEGO will be introducing Dragon Ball Z sets coming out this November. I don't know if there's any truth to it. It's literally just rumors at this point. But if that's true, well, I'm just gonna give LEGO my credit card and be like, here you go. Just when they come out, send them my way.
I'm gonna say that it is true because they are working with some gigantic IPs right now. They just did the huge Pokemon set. I know we just talked Pokemon to death, but they came out with the big Pokemon set. They are also coming out with a new Snoopy set.
That one looks amazing, by the way. I got the picture you sent me. That looks phenomenal, and I want it.
You can apparently take the little house off and just have them sing around a campfire. They are posable Lego characters. They did K-pop Demon Hunter with those things that are just now coming out.
We're gonna have the cat, and hopefully we get the bird with the hat.
I figured out what that picture was, by the way.
It was the paw when he knocked over the plant, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so dumb."
That
I remember I was like,
that did not look anything like if that was just a random picture put somewhere, little too off base for it. Now, if they had put like the hat or like just like this, maybe from like here up on the bird, you know, like just the three eyes in the hat, or if they had done like the tongue with the little invitation, fine. But what they did,
I didn't catch on to it. I've only seen it once. Totally forgot about the whole flower pot scene. One of my friends pointed it out to me.
That flower pot scene reminded me of Peter Griffin and the frog.
Hey, I got you a bullfrog. I poked some holes in its back so it could breathe.
And then they did the second one when it's the frog trying to throw him out the window.
Oh God, I love the callbacks.
It was
Say
great.
what you will, but that show had some great callback jokes.
It did. It honestly, like that show is one of the ones that I can put on in the background. I have very few shows that I can do that with, where I don't have to watch it. But it's also one of the shows that if one of the shorts come up on my feed, I tend to watch the entire short.
I like them.
It's great. So the whole point of Lego is to build things, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you are able to build a human and have its completion date, say the launch date of GTA 6, as in, you know, give birth to a child. Horrible segue. We're getting into this anyway. If you give birth to a child on the date of launch for GTA 6, a Norwegian electronic retailer called, I don't know if it's pronounced Komplett or Complete, but they will give you a free copy of GTA 6.
Oh.
So
now, is this going to be like the legendary thing? Is like if you give birth at Disneyland, they give you a free unlimited pass to Disneyland, which is not true.
That doesn't sound real or true. And who the hell would believe something like that?
I'm afraid to say it, but Disney adults.
Okay, I've already gotten enough heat from Disney adults that we're just gonna like give them a pass on this one. You still have some time to get your freak on if you want to make that deadline.
Yeah, you got 9 months. Let's go.
9 months. You might have to have your wife, girlfriend, baby mama, or whatever push a little early at this point. But if you want a free copy of GTA 6, now the problem I see with this whole thing, you might be at the hospital getting and like be able to take the birth certificate in or whatever, but that means you're not playing at launch day.
Not true.
Uh-oh.
PlayStation Portal.
Right, but you have to go take it to the retailer and show them a birth certificate, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah. No, that's happening.
So
okay.
what?
I'm getting the paperwork. I'm running down to the shop. I'm taking a flight international to complete or complet. And I'm like, here's the game. Where's the game? Here's the birth certificate. And then I'm playing it on my portable. I'm going to put on the hotspot on my phone, using my portal.
You've put way too much thought into this. So you are going to get your fiance pregnant, have a baby on that day. Hopefully, like first thing in the morning, like 12:01 a.m. type thing.
She's holding. The
second that the baby is born and you get that little, you're going to like sign the certificate, take it while she's in recovery, fly to Norway, pick the game up.
I wonder, is there a terms of service that it has to be born in Norway? Or I just need to bring a birth certificate that says...
I have no idea. It's just saying that if you give birth on that day, they'll give you a free copy of GTA 6. My other question is will they still honor that date if the date gets pushed back?
Or is it going to be the new date? It's going to be the new date. They know because Rockstar is going to push the goalpost on this.
Oh my God. Because that would be horrible. Just imagine she's about to go into labor and you're like, no, they're not going to releasing for another 36 hours. Hold it. Stop pushing.
Please stop pushing. I want a game.
And how are they going to know? Maybe you could just like forge documents on that. It's not going to be like Fandy giving birth live on Twitch.
I'll be like, doctor, you got to do me a huge favor. Print me a blank copy without the date, please.
Oh my God. Could you imagine all the people? They actually already said that there could be shortages throughout the world because of people calling in sick the day that GTA 6 launches. like supply chains and people working or whatever, because so many people have already said they want to take the day off. That's nuts.
It's going to be a silly day when that game doesn't get released.
Yeah, right. Speaking of things that don't really happen, they have posted their roadmap.
Yeah. We getting some cool new DLC skins and new
It's a whole lot of
guns
nothing. There's nothing.
Oh.
Literally, they've teased a new boss and quality of life.
Awesome.
And, your magazines will now make a sound when you drop them.
Can you customize the sound?
Good job, BSG.
Speaking of games with updates, there is a game for the phone that's getting an update that might make other people sad for what this update is bringing to the table.
Is it an update, though?
I mean, kind of. It's an update that the Call of Duty Warzone mobile, different than the Call of Duty mobile, will be shutting down, what is it, April 17th? So in 2 months?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I guess
I actually got scared because Mrs. Battlevest does play Call of Duty mobile.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she does the Warzone. Probably a lot of people are playing the Call of Duty mobile, but not the Warzone one. But it's a free-to-play game to begin with, I thought.
You know what? Let me look up the numbers on that. COD Mobile has around 70 million active players, while Warzone Mobile's 3 million.
I'm guessing people are just playing PUBG or something mobile. PUBG mobile.
100%. It's not, quote, it did not meet our expectations with mobile-first players like it did with PC and console audiences. That's a direct quote from Activision. Activision, I feel, is the new EA. We used to give EA so much crap for all of the crap, like all the stuff that they did with their microtransactions and everything. Don't get me wrong, they're still bad, but I feel like Activision is even worse. And I think it's purely because of all of the stuff that they're involved in. Because Activision is also Battle.net, which is Blizzard Entertainment.
Right.
Speaking of all of them, Diablo 2 Resurrected got an update. On February 11th, they had the Warlock class introduced, as long as you're willing to buy a DLC for a re-release of a game that's 20 years old. I'm
excited for that because it gives me a reason to play Diablo 2 again, and I would rather play Diablo 2 over 4. I don't know if they've improved 4 at all. Last time I tried to play it, I couldn't even finish the story. I just was not into it.
Diablo 4 is also getting the Warlock. It'll release later this month.
Warlock class in DR2 was released February 11th, 2026. Right. As part of the Reign of the Warlock paid expansion.
Available on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch for $25. The class features demon summoning mechanics, curse abilities, and unique item interactions. No, not that part. Because it's also releasing for Diablo Immortal, which is their horrible pay-to-win mobile game.
You don't have a cell phone? What was the quote they said?
What, don't you guys have cell phones? Yeah, it was freaking horrible.
Yeah, that's the one.
So the Warlock class in Diablo 4 will be released April 28th as part of the Lord of Hatred expansion. The new class on this one will introduce demon summoning and fire-based combat abilities. More in-depth details about the class are scheduled to be revealed on March 5th.
Okay, that'd be cool. Like I said, it gives me a reason to go play Diablo 2 again. I haven't tried the remaster, so I don't know if it's any good or not.
Well, that means you're going to have to buy the remaster, even though we've already bought Diablo 2. This is my problem. This is my problem with the D2R thing, is that when StarCraft did its remaster and it updated its graphic, I supported it. I bought it because I'm like, hey, this is great, but it wasn't a requirement. This is them just re-releasing an old game. It's the same thing they did with Reign of Chaos.
Can you go back and play original Diablo 2, or is that gone? Like they wiped it?
I haven't tried playing it. I believe you can still play it, and that would mean that if you do want to play with your friends that have never played the game, you would have to rebuy it again. That was my big issue when the game launched, was that I already owned the game. I had actually bought it like 3 times over the years because of like lost CD codes and whatever. It was before Battle.net just kind of like stored everything for you.
Right. You had to have the CD code. I always had mine. I literally had a notepad saved as BNet codes for StarCraft, Warcraft 3, Warcraft 2, Diablo 2.
I was playing Diablo 2 back in 2004.
That's a pretty old game.
That was my big issue with it. I felt that the Diablo series itself just took L after L, with Diablo 4 not having a great launch, Diablo Immortal being just a horrible cash grab, and then the whole D2R thing, again, me feeling like it was just a cash grab. Diablo 4 would have been amazing if they had put as much effort into the rest of the original story that they put into Act 1. Because Act 1 as a story was beautiful. It was in-depth. You wanted to play it. But then the leveling curve, you could not just play through the story. You had to go and do side quests. I think I brought this up before. But you had
but continue.
You had to do side quests or else the rest of the story out-leveled you and you could not complete it. I think they've
Unless you're on easy mode.
No, they had out-leveled you so much you could not do it on normal.
Even on easy mode.
There is no easy mode. So there was normal, hell, and then you get into your higher difficulties like you have with a lot of the other Diablo games. So on normal, it still out-leveled you. You just did not do enough damage with or have the survivability to do it. And I've played Diablo for thousands of hours. I'm not saying that, I'm all that amazing at D4 because, yes, I have a couple, probably 400 or 500 hours into it at this point. It just didn't hold my attention like 2 or 3 did. Anyway, I can rant about all of their downfalls and horrible things forever, but they're getting new classes. I love the fact that they are starting to do that kind of stuff, but I just wish that my original D2 account, and that's the stupid thing about it, is that me personally, if I could have used my old D2 account, but just if I wanted to buy the upgraded graphics and whatever, I would have done it. I would have shelled out the money.
I would have 100% too. But didn't the Diablo characters start deleting after a while anyways, though?
It was client side for most of it, so I don't know why it would have deleted. You didn't have to log into Battle.net for Diablo 2 to work. Diablo 3 was the first one.
It was my StarCraft account that would delete if I didn't play it after a while.
The storyline, same thing. It was client side. You didn't need an internet access for it.
I'm talking about my BNet, like when I would do multiplayer for StarCraft.
Well, yeah, the multiplayer stuff, they do kind of clear that out after a while. But that was the big issue with Diablo 3, and they were trying to keep it from, hacks or whatever because they're a real money auction house. You had to always be online, even if you were playing a single-player game. You had to be logged into Battle.net. You had to have an internet connection. It was dumb.
Yeah.
What do we have left? I kind of feel like we've hit...
Well, speaking of hell, since we've been talking Diablo, how familiar are you with...
I love that segue.
Speaking of hell, how familiar are you with Jason Momoa?
I loved him in Game of Thrones. He wasn't horrible in the Minecraft movie.
I never saw the Minecraft movie. He is Aquaman as well. Yeah, he was in the Minecraft movie. He was in the last Fast and the Furious movie.
Aquaman is not a real superhero in my book.
Is.
What's your superpower? I can swim well. So can Michael Phelps.
They made this one more intimidating. He's also going to be Lobo in the Supergirl movie. He was made for that role.
There is a new one coming out. It's Momoa and Batista, right? So Jason Momoa and Dave Batista are going to be in a 2026 action comedy called Wrecking Crew. They play half-brothers, scruffy cop and a Navy SEAL commander, and they reunite in Hawaii to solve their father's murder.
That movie could be a lot of fun.
All right, but why are you bringing him up with hell?
Why am I bringing up hell and Jason Momoa? You put them together, you're going to get your first iteration of the Helldivers movie.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I am open-minded, we'll say.
I don't know how.
To me, Helldivers was always kind of inspired by Starship Troopers, which was an amazing film for its time. Jason Momoa, he's got the charisma to have a fun little action movie.
Mm-hmm.
It is being directed by Justin Lin, who we've talked about previously, director of some of the Fast and the Furious movies. We're only going to have to probably wait about a year. I think it's coming out around November 2027.
What is with November?
It's the time of love, man. Because so that means it's going to be competing with Gremlins 3 and Frozen 3.
Is Frozen 3 2027 or 2026?
I think Frozen 3 is 2027.
November 24th, 2027. They are bringing back Josh Gad, which is Olaf. Adina Menzel.
Olaf is Josh Gad.
Which is Elsa.
Yeah, she's Elphaba, yeah.
Well, the original Elphaba.
The Broadway Elphaba.
And also like the original Maureen from Rent and did a bunch of other stuff. And also, Kristen Bell will be playing the role of Anna again.
Sarah Marshall, she coming back? She's not too big for her britches yet?
Well, she's actually going to be in another movie coming out.
Oh?
This is one that I know you're going to be happy about. Sonic the Hedgehog is getting a 4th movie. Kristen Bell was kind of alluded that she was going to be in it as like a mid. What are you doing over there? Did you hear the barking and growling? My mic was picking it up, so it'll. But it was alluded to at the end of like a mid-credit scene in Sonic 3 that Amy Rose was going to be in it, and that Kristen Bell is voicing her. So
they did it smart because they didn't give any lines to Amy at the end of Sonic 3. She just shows up. She beats the snot out of some mecha or metal Sonics, and she's just there in a hood looking like a ranger with a giant hammer, like a Harley Quinn size hammer.
I have not seen any of the Sonic movies. The last TV movie thing I saw of Sonic was like the original Sonic animated series
with Steve Urkel.
I have no idea, to be totally honest.
No, Steve Urkel was the voice of Sonic in the 80s, those early cartoons, the Saturday morning cartoon, and then the silly one before school, the 90s ones.
What was his name? Jaleel White?
Yeah, Jaleel White.
I know that one. The only reason I know that name is because of Celebrity Jeopardy from SNL. There was
the Key and Peele skit did it for me.
There was one of them that was like colors that end in Urple.
Light Urple?
That's literally what someone says, and someone says Jaleel White, and the host is like,
I think
"What?"
It was Keanu Reeves.
He's like, "What?"
The person spoofing Keanu Reeves was like, Light Urple?
But the guy's like, Jaleel White, and Alex Trebek is like, "Who?" Yeah, Jaleel White. Isn't he the guy that played Urple, the fun-loving sitcom guy from whatever? And he's like, I will always remember his name purely from that. But
I mean, it's kind of cool that we have a common ground that there's at least one thing you like Will Ferrell in.
I loved Will Ferrell in sketch comedy because he played different characters. He wasn't just playing Will Ferrell. I don't like Will Ferrell in movies because all it is him screaming for like 75 minutes of a 2-hour movie. I want to throat punch Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell, if you ever see this, let me throat punch you.
Will Ferrell, if you ever see this, I loved you in Land of the Lost.
I want Will Ferrell to be a cameo character in the Marble Token Fighting Souls game, so I can beat the ever-living crap out of him with 4 other people.
And if they give you the option to pick the same character 4 times,
there it is.
Well, it doesn't matter because you all share the same life bars. It's crazy that rumor for the longest time that Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Yeah,
we've talked about this already, not in depth, but we talked about this with the matching life bars, the 4v4.
That part, yes, but the X-Men just got announced. That's the new part.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was just like, we talked about this because we already cracked the joke that there's gonna be 3 dudes sitting in the chair waiting for their turn to play.
Not to mention, you can't even you have to build up the ability to be able to use 2 of the assists. I don't know. I have to see it in play. Minus that fact, I can't judge it until I play something of it, but they did just announce 4 new characters, and they're not making the same mistake Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite did. This one's actually going to have X-Men characters. We're getting Storm, Danger, who's like the physical manifestation of the Danger Room. We're getting Magic, who is Colossus's sister. And then we're getting Wolverine, voiced by Steve Bloom again. He's one of the best voice actors for Wolverine. There's Kyle Dodd, and then Steve Bloom for it.
So everyone on the planet now knows that Magic is a Marvel character.
Because of Marvel Rivals and what's his name? Kingsman.
Purely because of Kingsman. Like, I had no idea who Magix was when they were in the character list. I still don't know who they are, but I do know that they're a character. Anyone that's on the internet at this point should know because of Kingsman and CC and whatever. I saw an awesome graph today, and it showed a picture of a 5-sided thing that said pentagon, hexagon, decagon, and then it showed CC, and it said career gone. I'm like, oof, I like it.
That's a low blur. I'm looking forward to it because I'm sad that, yes, we're not getting Marvel vs. Capcom 4. They really dropped the ball with Infinite, and then Maximilian dude came and saved the day with his mods for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's the Disney merger going on at that time, so they're pretty sure they wanted their Avengers kind of more up front for marketing.
I looked it up. So she is serving as the ruler of the limbo dimension, with abilities including interdimensional teleportation, sorcery, and summoning the soul sword. She can teleport herself and others across space and time using stepping discs, wields a sword that disrupts magic, and wears mystical armor. That's the Google AI overview of her.
Yeah, she's dope. She's a cool character.
Last things I want to talk about real quick, since we're talking about studios that are kind of failing people. Highguard just laid off a bunch of people.
I heard that 2XKO did the same thing, and that's never fun to hear.
Yeah, it's just super leadish that they happen to do it right after the game goes live. And I guess, to me, that means that they are not planning on doing any other things with it. Like, there will be no expansions, there will be no real updates. They have their dev team, they built the game, fired the dev team, and kept enough people onto maintenance. I can't blame Thor for this one because I don't think he was a part of it. Sorry, I had to put that in just because I had so many people hating on me for calling out Thor for screwing over his community for Ashes of Creation. Pirate Software.
Oh, his name's Thor?
His actual name is Thor Hall. Did you know he used to work at
Shows
Blizzard?
how much I knew. I just knew him as the pirate guy that pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah, did you know he used to work at Blizzard? He never brings it up. It's another inside joke on him. He was
then that went right over my head.
During all of this thing, it was basically that he said, I never really bring up that I work at Blizzard or blah, blah, blah. I just talk about when people ask me. And then there is an entire 7-minute montage of, I used to work at Blizzard. I worked at Blizzard. You know, I worked at Blizzard. I was the first second generation at Blizzard. My dad worked at Blizzard and so did I. It just on and on and on, but apparently he never brings it up. Lastly, you brought up something about Baldur's Gate 3 TV show sequel.
Yeah.
HBO. How's that work?
HBO's coming clutch. Honestly, if you're going to do a video game adaptation, I say it needs to be like a streaming service, honestly. So you have the time to do the platform. Avoid Netflix so they don't cancel you after one season, though. But the way they're doing it is they don't want to step on the toes of people's games, their stories that they've done already. So it's going to be a new story taking place after the game Baldur's Gate 3. Some of the companions that you've come across will be in the show, from what I understand. It's being directed Craig Mazin, I believe. He did Chernobyl, Last of Us.
So that at least they have somebody on there that is that knows that's actually like a gamer.
Yeah, he put like 1,000 hours on like hardcore mode on this game. Like, he's a dedicated fan. Not hardcore mode, honor mode.
I've never played Baldur's Gate 3. I've heard amazing things about it. I did play a little bit of Divinity 2 or Divinity Original Sin 2, which I guess is kind of like the same thing. Have you played it? Do you own it?
I have Baldur's Gate 3 on Steam. It is fun. It
is
a lot of fun.
Divinity Original Sin 2.
I think I have it on like PS4 somewhere.
Is it cross-platform?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But I would love to play some Baldur's Gate 3. If I can get a party going on, ooh, that is going to be fun.
All right.
Because I have like a character high charisma, so I can like threaten and talk to people and see if I can talk myself out of situations.
You know who Viva La Dirt League is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Did you see their skit about Rowan putting all of his points into charisma?
I do, but I don't. I know I saw it, but I don't remember it. I remember there was a lot of shenanigans going on. Didn't he make people? Oh, they got in a fight with each other with charisma. They kept intimidating each other.
No. That was the second one. That was when he put all of his points into intimidation, an intimidation build. So the first one is him and Britt, and she's teaching him the game. He's like, oh yeah, I put all my points into charisma. She's like, you can't play the game like that. And so every person he goes up to, you hear this like sexy music, and Britt turns around and they're making out. To include like the Demon Lord and like Greg the Garlic Farmer and whoever, like the bandits. It's great. I love Viva the Dirt League.
Great day for fishing, eh? Anyways. Great day for fishing.
They came out with a game called Great Day for Fishing.
I love that. Okay, that's amazing.
Did you play it? It's on Steam right now.
I have not.
There's that
one. Does Viva La Dirt do it?
Yes.
Oh, snap.
And then they also did like a full-length film called Balin's Day Off or Balin's Journey or something, where it's...
That's the NPC guy walking around, right? Like he leaves his post and goes...
That's Rowan with his fishing pole and Nice Day for Fishing. Yeah, I was watching some of their stuff.
It's good.
Their stuff is good.
Their Tarkov stuff is good. Hey, when they created the code, if they're on the same team, like, hey, and they just start wiggling.
And they're just like, I want everyone to feel like they're being punched in the Mr. Battlevest, do you have anything else to add to this week's podcast?
I think we covered everything. Honestly, we went over Pokemon in extreme lengths.
And more Pokemon.
More Pokemon, some John Wick Pokemon. Pokemon in John Wick, maybe?
Could you imagine John Wick, you made my Pikachu white out.
What was your puppy game called? My Little Puppy?
Oh my god, that just looks so good. And then, speaking of My Little Puppy, I was looking this up right before we came on. Did you know that My Little Pony had a couple of Magic the Gathering cards that are just great? One of the cards' an activated ability, so tap, pay 1, pull out a My Little Pony toy that you own, and target creature gains protection from any color that is on that toy that you own.
So if you have Rainbow Dash, you're in trouble.
So yeah, as long as you have a My Little Pony with black, blue, but basically Wooburg, your protection from all. That's all I got. I guess we will. Oh no, you want to do our little outro for us this week?
I will do it correctly this time.
All right, let's see. Ready, set, and go.
You guys want to catch us? You can get the full shows on Amazon Music, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. For the shorts, we got YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and Instagram.
Facebook.
We have on Facebook too.
Yes.
Do we do our shorts on Facebook?
Yeah. Have a good one, guys.